Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shatteredcast.
A to B.
Shatteredcast Uncut? Is that you? Shatteredcast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shatteredcast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 341. We are 341 years old. Our Google Drive has been destroyed, but we came back with a vengeance. Hey, I'm your host, Oscar. Over here to my left is Justin, creating something ungodly. And over to my right is Robert, still finalizing my dissertation for when I sue Hasbro Pulse for not letting me get my G.I. Joe classified figures.
It's all just, the lawsuit's just going to be just pages and pages of just penis. As in for a first cause of action on behalf of Oscar Alonso against HasLab. And then paragraph 1, penis.
Ended it with a poop.
Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests judgment in the amount of poop.
Poop. And the person representing HasLab has to go to the bathroom at that point, pinch a loaf. He has to put it in a Tupperware tub, take a whiff of it right in front of me, and not puke. And then I'll drop the case.
That's the attorney's fees.
That's exactly. You know, it's better than that time that old lady paid you in tuna fish, Robert.
Ew.
Remember that? You were like, I really am Daredevil.
And it wasn't out of a can.
No, sure wasn't.
It was out of her can.
Try some of this, young skipper.
You want some tuna and oil?
It looks like 2 5-pound slobs of chewed up bubble gum. Anyway.
Oh, God, with a beard.
It's funny what you learn in this fandom. Sometimes you see people post shit. And shout out to Spiros Gallows for making me fucking laugh out loud at work the other day. As I sat there and read him made a comment. I forgot what the post was about. But he sat there and wrote, this guy is higher than a giraffe's pussy. That right there, that wins everything.
Did he higher or hotter?
Higher than a giraffe's pussy.
Hotter? Because it's so close to the sun?
No, higher. Because it's tall.
Higher.
You had to be there.
I guess.
So did anybody get anything? Justin?
I did. It was a good week. It was a great week. Let's see. We'll start with what Robert sent me. Robert sent me the very lovely DX9 Unique Toys. I can never remember who made it. Terror. It's something that I've always wanted in my collection. I passed on him, and I was like, oh, I do not want to pay for that price. And Robert's like, you can have mine. I'm like, really? And he's like, go ahead. I'm like, you're the man, Robert. He also sent me some shitty Seekers.
Wait, what about the 3D printed, scythe handle?
I got my 3D printed scythe back.
And the other part. There was the other part that goes with it.
The little clear red part. Yes. His little.
No. The other there. You made 2 pieces. Another thing was for his back. It pegs on his back, but it's for alt mode.
I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look at it.
You designed something else. It's on the figure.
I'll have to look.
Spoiler.
So.
You made the spoiler the fins.
Okay. I didn't see that. Maybe it's in the box still, because my box is sitting here. He also sent me a jabber that has the grayscale. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, he's got the styrofoam is just all messed up. His paint there. So when he's got a loose arm, so I'm gonna fix him up and probably send him to Oscar, and Oscar can have grayscale jabber.
What if he catches?
Yeah, I hope not. I'd feel real bad if that happens.
Wait, but you also, what about those Seekers? They are truly shit.
I was gonna double back on them because I wasn't sure if you guys are paying attention. I also got the Magic Square Seeker 3-pack, and like they are just not good. Like the way that the I guess it's the arms like peg into the sides of the canopy. Is like it doesn't work.
It just falls apart as soon as you move the arms.
You have to squeeze it so hard that you think you're gonna break it, and then all of a sudden it clicks. Like, oh, okay, I guess it's fine. Don't touch it anymore. You know, and then like, yeah, like you know, in jet mode, like I had that in the New Age one in jet mode upstairs, and like my kid grabbed, you know, the Magic Square one, and like I'm like, yep, that thing just like fell apart.
So, if you notice, do you have the DX9 Seekers?
I do not, but I passed the, I guess they were the Mech Fans Toys version on to Oscar because like these are garbage too. But I do know.
Yeah, they sure were.
I know. Well, I told you I wasn't going to make you pay for them because I feel like I was ripping you off if I made you pay anything. So, but yeah, the whole way the wing transforms very similar.
Yeah.
On the back, and even like the way the head kind of hides away is similar. Like there's a lot of engineering shared there. For not much payoff. If I was Magic Square, I just wouldn't even have bothered releasing them. Like I know the story is that they're like New Age beat them to the punch, but they were already invested, so they just kind of rushed it out and made it a 3-pack to make it worth your while. Like I would just, I don't know. I can't see how I guess you're recouping your money on people who just like Magic Square and bought it just for the hell of buying it, but like it is so bad, you know, like.
You know what, man? Like them putting those Seekers out. I mean, New Age is good alone as it is, right? Magic Square never had come out for New Age to be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but with them releasing those Seekers, they came down a peg.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. I think it has to hurt your reputation. Like it's just not good. Like nothing about it is anything like and I don't buy every single Magic Square one, but you know, I do have, you know, the Optimus Prime, I've messed with the Ultra Magnus, I have Inferno and Grapple. And like they're all solid, competent toys. And then there's these, I'm like, these are just bad. Like they're better than the DX9 ones, but like that's not saying a whole lot, you know, in the grand scheme of things.
They lost customers.
Yeah.
I think they lost people at that point because they had the DX9 Seekers and then they had this. So if Magic Square and DX9 are going to go head to head on another figure at the same time, I think they are encouraging their customers to go to New Age instead.
I would think you're probably right. I think you're right. I'd actually be interested to see how the Megatron is selling, honestly. Because, like, you know, that I don't think anybody out there says that the New Age Megatron's a bad Megatron, right?
It is one of the best Megatrons ever made.
Yeah. So I know that just dropped. Like I just shipped my stuff, and it's like, hey, this dropped. I'm like, son of a bitch. You know?
Right. I got one coming too.
So I'll probably get to that later. But you know, for now, I'll wait on shipping that one. But yeah, like I wonder how it sold. Like I feel like, you know, the Seekers probably did damage a lot of the reputation that they had going on, which is sad, you know, because like I do think they're a decent company, but I would have just not bothered, honestly.
Now I associate them in my mind. I don't associate them with the Prime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I associate them with the Seekers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember being burned more often than I remember being massaged.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's totally true. You know, I mean, like when you think about like any situation, like everybody thinks about the bad before they think of the good. It's just that's just how the world works. You know, like we live in this world that you're more likely to remember the bad thing that happened to you than the good stuff. So
that was like penny wise and pound foolish. I mean, the rumor was that it was the designer had a commitment to put out so many that year, but because they had so much invested in the Megatron, they just shut this out. They should have, whoever was responsible shouldn't have held him to this and let it go.
No, I agree. I would have just been like, you know what, we understand it's not gonna happen. Let's not worry about it. You know.
Yeah, spend all the time, all your energy and time. Yeah. Once you see how good the New Age Seekers are, and you know you're nowhere near that, stop.
Yeah.
Move to Megatron.
Just be like, we lost on this one. Let's pick it up and we'll get them next time. So
they could have competed directly with the release of New Age Megatron and gone head to head, because word is the Magic Square and it could be bullshit, but word is the Magic Square Megatron is really good. I'm really interested, but you know what? I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I don't feel that it's good. I'm expecting the Seekers now.
Yeah, well, the word is that it's really good. Is what everybody was kind of saying. We've kind of heard, that rumor that it's going to be a really good Megatron, but like at the same time, like you don't know, like like by the time it hit, like I mean, things that I liked about Magic Square that I didn't like about New Age. New Age has had time, released fixes to it to make it better. Right. And now we're still waiting on, just now it's they've dropped theirs, I'm like, that's kind of sad that you're so far behind as a company now.
Something else they've done that's weird. At the same time this is going on, they released the Soundwave and Sound Blaster, right? And the tapes. Now the tapes, the little guys are pretty cool, but the problem is in tape mode they really suffer, except the birds. The birds and Rat Bat, okay, they transform to tapes, fine, which is cool. And the birds look great. Rat Bat looks okay. He doesn't look bad, but he's not like revolutionary. Like the little birds really are great. They're the best. They're the best birds ever made. I would even go so far as to say, pound for pound, they're better than MMCs. Even though I love MMCs, but just pound for pound, how accurate they are and articulated. I think they as a Legends bird, they beat MMC as an MP bird.
Right.
But Soundwave and Sound Blaster, let's just say Soundwave. Now he's big. He's just as tall as Prime and Megatron, and he doesn't match their Sound Blaster. Not Sound Blaster. They don't match. He doesn't match their blaster because they scaled their blaster after the DX9 Soundwave, which, in and of itself, is still a great Soundwave.
Yeah.
It really is a great Soundwave. The tapes are crap. They're not. They really are kind of just like. I mean, they're not crap, but it's what you'd expect from a Legends tape.
It's no more than you would expect, right? Like it just. Yeah.
Right. It's just not mind blowing. Not like the Magic Square tapes are, but the so now the blaster, he scales to a smaller Soundwave, and now their Soundwave is as tall as their Prime. Soundwave doesn't scale with their blaster. They're changing up their sizing the way Iron Factory did. At the same time, though, not building their rep, undermining their rep.
Yeah,
that's a problem. They're turning now. If you want consistency in your scale, they're really pushing people to New Age.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly the reason that I'm sticking with New Age, is like because New Age has been done a great job, trying to maintain their scale amongst themselves. Like if it's bigger, then it's bigger. If it's smaller, then it's smaller. Like and I think that works. Like I'm happy with that. Like I don't even 100% know if New Age has teased a Soundwave. I feel like they did, but like I can't remember and I can't be bothered looking. But I was like, no, I'm not interested in the Magic Square one at all because I know I'm gonna like the quality, and I'm like, what if I get another set of these Seekers? Like I don't know.
Right, and I mean the New Age Megatron, he is decorated nicely. I don't think that the images I've seen of the Magic Square, he looks plain, like they're gun.
Well, I honestly, I think that's one thing I worry about, because like when you look at the New Age Thundercrack or Skywarp, and then look at the Magic Square one, like all that gray on him is like this beautiful silver on the New Age one, right. And then it's like, but that's not how it is on the Magic Square. It's like, so now you're gonna go look at Megatron, and it's like you're gonna have like this flat plastic versus this like nice metallic look. Like, well, correct. I mean, the regular New Age Megatron was still flat, wasn't he? I can't remember.
No, he has. Hold on here, I have him right here.
Yeah, because I have the toy version, so he's got that like, the very silver with the little chest hairs and the blue, which I've even thought about like. Maybe I should just double back and get the original release of Megatron again,
Chesters. Okay, he's got like his thighs are gray plastic, but it's like I can't tell what's painted or not, but it looks like the chest and the arms, it looks like there's paint on the front. It does, like gray paint. It looks like it. And then he's got the detailing gold and the tech bits on his stomach, the blue circles and the red square. His face is painted. He's got like glossy red eyes, his eyebrows, the face, everything. Like his shins are like a gunmetal. It's got to be paint.
Well, that's even better if that's what they've done. So
his feet have like gunmetal accents. There is flat plastic here, but it's intermittent. Everything's intermittent, and the overall presentation is really nice. Especially, I believe, does he have die-cast? I don't know if he has die-cast in him. Maybe he does. I don't know.
See, and then that just like solidifies the point to me. Like that's what I would end up worrying about is that Megatron could be absolutely brilliant, but if he doesn't really stand out on the shelf, and I think Optimus can get away with it with red and blue and all that stuff, but like gray is a very boring ass color to look at, Like,
yeah, not light gray, man. Yeah. Not light gray. So that's a problem, and I don't know if those product images. I think they were final. I think those were final product, and I'm hoping it's just the photos. I want to have two great Megatrons.
Yeah,
I don't
me
want
too.
Magic Square to suck.
I have the Magic Square one ordered because I was like, great, I'm gonna have this is gonna be my like cartoon Megatron, and I'm gonna buy the New Age one because like I said at the time there were things about it I didn't like, and I'm like, well, I'll buy the toy one, just the toy looking version, just to check it out,
Right.
And now I'm just like, maybe I should get the cartoon looking one too. So I don't know. I'm still gonna stick with what I have, but like, there's definitely a worry there of like, did I pick up the wrong, cartoon-looking Megatron? So
it's crazy. I know exactly. I mean, the articulation, the transformation can be really interesting, but if the bot in and of itself doesn't display well, what was the point? Because you know what Magic, which is another thing that's bothering me about Magic Square. New Age so far, what New Age has done, okay, Magic Square, what they're doing is they'll release this prime flat plastic and then come out with the painted version. That bothers me. Yeah. New Age does something different. New Age is like, here's Megatron. He's sick. Now here's the gold one. Buy that too. But they're not like, here's a fucking bland one, and now here's one with the paint we should have put on.
Color one,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Like what New Age is doing with fucking, I keep Spotter. What the hell's his name? Reflector. What New Age is doing with Reflector, how many Reflectors are there? It's hilarious. But the first one coming out, they're like, this is Reflector. And then they're like, here's a clear one. Here's a green clear one. Here's a gold one. Here's a diachrome one. But they're not like, here's the real painted one.
I can't even fault them for doing the clear, because like they're like, we're making everything in clear just for the clear collector. Like, well, okay, fair game. You do that if you want to. Like, who cares?
But their shit coming out, that character is the way they want it presented. They're not giving you some bullshit flat one and then selling the painted premium one next.
Yep, with the exception of Jazz. They did that with Jazz, but
well, fuck them then.
Yeah. So.
They did that with Jazz?
They did. Well, see, this is where it's questionable. So there's the original Jazz, and then there's like the quote unquote premium Jazz, and the premium one kind of has like the little it has like the different stripes. I believe it has some like racing decals on the side, like, so you kind of consider one is like toon Jazz and one is like more realistic Jazz,
Whoa.
So
fucking shit, got the dog riled up.
Yeah, what
who Justin did? Justin was like, the dog was like, Jazz.
Let me see if I can find the two versions, because they had the, let's see, trying to see if there's a good one that actually shows the two of them together, but like the one of them definitely has like the racing decals on the front end and stuff like that, and the other one is clean. Here we go. This is a good one.
I don't mind. I see that as toy versus toon almost. I don't mind that. But if you just release Jazz with the white, the flat plastic and black now is painted.
And honestly, when you look at the two of them, like you could get away with the first one, and like I don't feel like you would feel like you've been ripped off and like got a lesser version. Like you just, here's one if you actually like the race car, basically. Let me post it in the chat here for us.
Shut the fuck up, racist.
But they didn't do that. Like Magic Square didn't do this with Cosmos.
So he
has detailing. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. So the first one is the quote unquote EX version, which has, like, you can see it has the racing decal on the window. It's got the clear glass window. It's got the little decals on the side. The vents are painted, things like that. And then the other one's the original release. And like, it's not like the original release is bad and doesn't look like Jazz. Like, in fact, that's more what Jazz looked like in the cartoon, you know? So.
Yeah, see the Prime. I'm looking at the Prime. He's flat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have paint. His grill is painted. His pelvis has that yellow accent. His blue windows are blue, silver wipers. You know, his vents on his feet are gray.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, I don't know. Just, you know, he's got details. And it does come off as too inaccurate that way.
Yeah.
But
well, and the other thing is, like, you know, and this is the age-old thing, New Age, whatever they do with the plastic, their plastic shines a little. Like, it's a type of plastic that has a reflective, you know, it's reflective in a way, you know, like the way it's processed. Whereas you get the Magic Square one, like, there's no doubt their plastic feels different. Like, you know, whether you think it feels as good or not is totally up to you, but I think you're wrong if you think it feels as good. You know, I feel like the new Magic Square's plastic, to me, feels cheaper than the New Age plastic does.
Well, I could prove it to you because Lisa accidentally knocked my Red Alert off the shelf. She didn't hit it, nothing. It just fell 3 Billy shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Red Alert. And his fucking leg just snapped off.
Yeah,
that's
like, not good.
Give me a break. He weighs like you know, 1/10 of an ounce.
Yeah.
You know, that means it's obviously it's like
yeah.
shitty plastic.
And that's the thing is, like, if Magic Square used the same type of plastic, like that more rigid plastic, and you know that had that sheen, it's like, yeah, you can get away without putting paint on things. You know,
right.
at that scale, like I know Bobby was all big on, like, well, if it's not painted, you know, it's not good. It's like, well, at a Legend scale, I don't think that is quite as big of a deal. You know, like Masterpiece, I can see where you can make that argument, but you know, at the Legend scale for that price point, like, I think you can get away without it. But you need to have the plastic that makes it work, and that Prime would look so good with like the plastic that you know, is used on Magic Square stuff.
Yeah.
You know, or New Age stuff. I mean, I said Magic Square, so like it makes me want to see a New Age Prime. Like there has to be one coming, right? So.
Yeah.
You just have to keep waiting.
I mean, these Prime, I'm happy with the Magic Square. Like that's gonna be that's gonna be tough for them. You have to know when to back down, just like Magic Square should have backed down from the Seekers. That Prime's gonna be tough to top.
I think it will be.
Are you wasting your time?
I also wonder if the reason we haven't seen one is because, like, when New Age releases one, like they know that it's not gonna be just like a Seeker versus Seeker situation. You know, like that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to come strong. So. We'll see. I think
Bulma attacked me, by the way.
We're still talking about what I got this week, right?
My Bulma attacked me.
Yeah,
my Bulma
for the
fell
first
off my
time ever.
shelf.
You shut up, Robert. God. Oh damn, Robert, try to talk, man. Come on, man. This is the first time ever you hijacked it, so yeah, keep going, Justin.
I know. So from Oscar, not to be outdone by Robert, Oscar sent me my Ghostbusters trap that I had asked him to pick up for me, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I already started ripping it apart and making it better, and spent a whole bunch of money
I made
on
it real.
Yeah, I spent plenty of money on it. That it's no longer a cheap trap whenever the stuff comes, but it's okay. So I picked that up, or I got that from Oscar. He also was super kind to send me a custom painted set of Seige. Are they Seige? I don't even know what their names are.
They're Earthrise Micromasters.
Yeah, they're Earthrise Micromasters. I don't know what their names are. They're 2 Decepticons, but they look really cool as a Scamper and a Slammer to go with the Make Toys Metroplex.
Yay!
So I was very excited to get those.
Very nice.
Yeah, and they fit perfect too. Like, you know, the Scamper fits right in the little nipple cavity that Metroplex has. Like, it's very nice. I like it. So I got that from Oscar. That was very exciting. I also got this week the New Age Reflector, which I haven't opened yet, but he looks lovely. I got the Fans Toys Magnum, and I got the Fans Hobby Minerva, which is, I love it. It's beautiful. I think it's a fantastic toy.
How is her transformation? Because mine hit my stash, and my Fans Toys hunk dropped today, but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that happened for me too. Which just made me realize I might be over the shipping limit. I have to check. So.
Yeah, so I mean, how is she? Like, cause she looks great. That's why I pre-ordered her. Plus, she's not like a very mass-produced third-party figure.
Yep.
You know, so how is she like fiddly? Like, are things going to slump around?
I don't think so. I think so. There's a couple little pieces that I don't like. The way the doors sit on the back of her calves in robot mode, like they don't, like one of them at least doesn't tab securely for mine, so it kind of falls if you're like holding the leg, but like it'll stay there if you're not messing with it, you know. So like whatever, good enough. But like the transformation was pretty straightforward. Like there's a couple things that you have to move up, twist it around, move it down, and then twist it a little bit more, and like that's not too bad as long as you realize what's going on. Like transformation is pretty straightforward. It wasn't bad at all. Definitely one that like I could see flipping it back and forth, and like like the headmaster obviously can sit in the car, you know. The guns, she has 2 guns, and like one of them, like they both can peg into the back of the of Minerva in car mode, like underneath the like the trunk portion. So like it's really nice. Like she stores all her weapons, the headmaster's hat, all that stuff, and then in robot mode you can also like fold the gun up and like hang it off her thigh. I'm like, it's well designed. So
well, okay,
penetration.
GP. So yeah, speaking of which, Elisa was on the phone with someone yesterday, and in the background, I texted her. I think I texted both of you about it. I know I definitely sent Oscar PM that I was on the phone. She was on the phone with somebody on speakerphone, and she was just saying thank you really weird. So I was just like, oh, thank you. Oh, and then when she hung up, she's like, Rob, that woman was Asian, and she heard you. She got so mad at me. I was like, so sorry. So sorry. Let me ask you a question. Come on now. I haven't watched 1,000 reviews about this, but so far everybody's gushing over it, right? Why is anybody complaining? Not that they should, but why aren't they complaining about the parts forming hood and the roof and the parts forming headmaster?
Well, because she is a headmaster, so you know that's kind of
no, not the fact that she's.
Or you're talking about like the little like crest. Yeah, you know, I mean, to me it's not a big deal because it makes the actual little headmaster kind of work better. And they've given you a place in car mode to store the head crest. So like again, if you're gonna do that, I don't care if you have a part. I do agree slightly, at least, that I would have liked to have seen like you do something with it's actually the front windshield, the roof, and like the back trunk portion that comes off. But I understand why I take it off, because it makes it a much cleaner robot mode. You can pull it off if you don't like it there, or you can kind of compact it into this ugly backpack. I wish that they had done something where they had made it like attachable on her arm, so you could make it like a shield or something, like, you know, like then it gives it more reason to come off. But like I think overall, like you got this figure that transforms pretty nicely overall, I would say. You know, it's painted very nicely, like all the details show very nicely, and it's like you can kind of forgive one piece that has to pop off, you know. And the headmaster is like, I get it too, that could be a bummer, but you know, if you give me a place to store it like they did that with God Bomber, because you got all 3 of them.
Put the crest?
What's that?
Is there a place to put the head crest in alt mode?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, you open it up, and right behind the seat where she sits, there's like these 2 little tiny holes, and you just yeah. It's the God Bomber also, which came with all 3 of the little Headmaster Juniors. That had a place to stick the head crests for all them too. So it's not like, you know, it's like if you put it in vehicle mode, you lose them. So
you stick the head in the little holes.
Yeah.
So okay. See, I'm not saying I'm personally annoyed at it, but my curiosity is more of like a social experiment with collectors.
I think I understand what you're saying, because people they're quick to be like, "Whoa, like a parts forming Devastator," and like for me, like that's never going to be an issue. Like if you make a figure that is good, and you know, if it needs to part form to make it better, like that is 100% okay with me. You know, like as long as it's kind of reasonable, and like in Minerva's case, the only thing that sucks, like I said, is the windshield trunk type area. I guess it would be the hood because she's a Porsche. But, the engine cover and the windshield for her just kind of awkwardly sticks on the back. And then if you pull it off, she looks better, but then there's nothing to do with it. That's why I said it'd be cool to just make it a shield or something. So at least there's something to do with it if you don't want it hanging off the back. But she's a good figure. She's good. I really like it. So.
Holes. That's good.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. If you're at all interested in checking it out, I think it's worth doing. And like, she's cheap as dirt too. She's like $60. Like, that's a good price for a third party.
I really hope they make the next ones.
Yeah. So Ghost Shooter's already been confirmed, right?
Has he? Sweet.
Yeah. So that only leaves the fire truck, which I'm sure Minerva's gonna get a remold. I was looking at it. Like, you're definitely gonna get probably a remolded torso, which is gonna end up being Nightbeat. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
Sweet.
Like, there's room for it there, so it's gonna happen.
Was it you that bought the Ghost Shooter when it was like the Takara exclusive, like a repaint from the Nightbeat?
Yeah, I have that one. I forget who made that one. It's their.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
The Million Publishing thing. Yeah, I have that. So he's fine.
Sorry.
He's okay. And so when they make Ghost Shooter, then they'll make a Siren, of course. And that's, 2 of the Headmaster Juniors in the U.S. and then their Japanese counterparts, and then they just need a Hosehead, which I hope they don't do 2 versions of, because Cab and Hosehead are pretty well identical. So, and I need both of them. So what'd you get, Robert?
Many things were supposed to be shipped. Chosen Prime, waiting for. I think Brandon went on vacation. Like, I paid for what did I pay for? Fucking the Iron Factory Leo Prime. Paid for that. Paid for what the hell else? There was something else. That's what's sticking out in my head. But there's a couple things that I paid for. And then after I pay for it and everything, 5 minutes later, I see a Facebook post by him that he's going on fucking vacation for like 2 weeks. And I'm thinking, and he goes, "Oh, we're taking care of shipments." And then then my shit hasn't shipped. It's just like the tracking is like waiting to be picked up. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going to bother the guy on vacation, but it's like, come on, man.
Hey, where's my shit?
What else was it? There's something else. Hold on. Because it was something else, and I keep forgetting what it was, and I'm annoyed. Hold on. Let's see. I got where is this? Well, I got a replacement Red Alert Magic Square. The Yoroi Shishimaru. That is the Iron Factory Leo Prime. And oh my God, I think I bought 2 Flame Patrols by accident. Please tell me I didn't. I keep doing this. Kang Toys Land Bull. My fucking Land Bull. Everybody else got the Land Bull except me. And then I just paid for the Megatron and stuff. But I want my Land Bull. But what else did I get? Because we're closing on the house on Friday. So it's just boxes.
Yay, congratulations.
Boxes. Thank you. It's all clear to close. But boxes, it's not like we're moving. Instead, we got this vacation home. So it's really annoying because you want to go have fun as soon as you can, but you can't just fucking furnish a house without even being in it. It's really weird. So we're just getting some whatever minimalist kind of just bring with us furniture so we can sit at some type of table and sit on something and sleep on something, but without making some big financial commitment to anything. Mm-hmm. It's just boxes of shit. You forget how much you depend on little things for your day-to-day life. But I did get 36 hot dogs. They came today from the Brooklyn Hot Dog Company. I'm bringing those with me. And I also got something very fun because of the hot weather. It's I have a balcony and I like to open the balcony, but I don't know what's going on this season, but there are flies everywhere. As soon as I open my balcony, it's like the apartment gets full of flies. It's fucking gross. So we can't open the balcony and get fresh air. So I ordered from Amazon electrified fly swatters. Have you guys ever played with those?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The first time I got a fly, I swear it was like the fucking thing was like stuck to it, like fucking lightning shooting through it, and I was like, I am Thor, and it's like
you feel like this is what Emperor Palpatine must have felt like.
And meanwhile, there's a little fly on your wall looking at you doing that. It's going, Father, no, no, Father, killing my father, bastard.
I did that.
I'm gonna grow up to be a murder hornet.
I think I did that yesterday. I got one on my ceiling fan, a big one, and then I saw a baby flying near it, and I got it mid-flight. I was like, but the big ones take a few seconds to really fucking electrify, and you just watch them with the lightning flashing through them, and they're just like, la, 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 la. It's really fun. But I never realized, I didn't think about the fact that they smell when they burn. It smells like burning hair. It's disgusting.
You know.
So,
have you ever seen the bug assault?
No. Oh yes. I didn't want to shoot salt all over the house.
I keep trying to pester Bedell for that. I'm like, come on, let me get one. She's like, no, you're not getting one. I'm like, I just want to shoot some flies with some salt. Like, why is that so hard?
Safe for humans.
Yeah, and supposedly it's only a little bit of salt. Like, so it's really not that bad to clean up. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I have to clean up the fly I get, so I'll clean up the salt.
You know what else would work? You can attack slugs too.
Yeah.
You can pretend like the flies are the aerial units and the slugs are the tanks.
That sounds cool.
And you just start. Yeah, but that's about it, and a whole bunch of fucking just shit for the house. But no toys, no fucking toys, no toys. Bobby returned my broken Unicron. It's still in the box. Silently returned it. So you talked about the Unicron last week, right, Justin?
Yes.
All right. Yes,
I love it.
I noticed your photos. It was the planet mode was nice and clean when you did it. Nice and clean.
It was fun.
You didn't break anything.
God. It's because he took his time. Let's go ahead and address the elephant because Justin took his time. Are you making a video on it, Justin, or what?
I would like to. So
should.
I've got things
with the
going
words.
on,
This
so,
is how you transform it. When you transform it into video.
You should do a video. What Bobby's just call it like a segment. What did Bobby Skullface do wrong? And just
oh my God, yes. And you should totally like play the clip where he messed up and be like, no, good sir. What you do it is. It's not faulty engineering, it's just rushed reviewing.
From here on out, that's the shtick of my channel is I just pick up everything Bobby reviews and I tell you how to do what he did wrong. That's all. It was like not even an opinion, not a full transformation. Like, and the first thing he did wrong.
and just post a link to your video on all of his media. like if he's like tomorrow and it's like the Unicron thing, post like come watch my video to see what Bobby did wrong
today
ahead of time, and you can do predictions. I predict he's gonna break this here.
Yeah. So. But yes, I would like to do that. I just need to find the time to do it. So soon.
Do you think he would get offended if he did that?
Yes.
Yeah, he would.
Good.
He would never talk to me again, and Robert would be at Skullfest and be like, "Hey, where's Justin?" Like he was not invited.
Well, look, none of Bobby's viewers listen to the show anymore. They all left with him
Phil.
like a mess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe him. I don't think he listens.
You know, he may not listen. I don't think he listens. I think he just watches to see if it uploads. So.
Exactly. You know who really doesn't listen? Fucking Tyler F. He really doesn't fucking listen. I even posted about him on Facebook, and he didn't even view it. He really doesn't listen.
Fuck that child.
He's busy driving around his van with the spray paint on the side. It says candy.
Oh, gotta keep busy.
It's got an airbrush design of a guy on a horse and a chick in a, in a chain link bikini. It's totally fucking ripping it, bro.
Oh, God.
He's like that guy from that Disney film Onward, except, he's a fucking nerd. That fist fucks cows. No, but,
with his face.
With his face. Take this, cow. Shit.
Oh, it's a bull. Not again.
Let's see. I got some stuff.
What did you get, Oscar?
From Robert.
Don't even go down the list. Don't even go down the list.
No, I won't. But I will talk about some highlights. Things that did make me tear up a bit. I
sent him some raw onions.
That big dildo you sent him. I would like
the Thundercracker with the cleverly disguised ass that's going kaboom, kaboom, and there's poop coming out. Being one of them. Thundercrapper. It's a good figure. I like it. I do like the unique toys buzzing.
I thought so.
I really do. I love it. I didn't think I would. I just need to find out how to transform him.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, the thing is, I was watching Bobby's video, but he's like, I think you do this, and I'm like, yeah, we're done. I'm not breaking this thing.
As soon as Bobby starts saying, "Well, just get this out of the way," you know he's not following the instructions. Yeah. Just clear this out of the way. Wait a minute, is that in the instruction? Does it say clear this stuff out of the way in the instructions? Does it?
Verbatim. That's what it says.
No.
Clear this out of the way.
Next thing what happens then is if you do look at the instructions, what you have in your hand does not match up to what is cleared out of the way, and you are lost.
So yeah, he's really great. Great masterpiece. Blur looks great next to my MMC Sultus and Azalea and my DX9 Carry.
Yeah.
So they look phenomenal.
They do.
Robert also sent me an SXS Rodimus Hot Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Really, fuck me, this is fucking dope.
Isn't it? The transformation.
Is that the IDW or whatever? Rodimus?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a little loose in some places, but I'm like, I'm not going to transform him any day soon.
Don't. The alt mode suffers for that bot mode, And
but the bot mode is clean. There's not a lot of kibble. Mm-hmm. I love the, his wings on the back there. They look great. So dude, I'm super happy with this. It's not even funny. And I'm
glad you like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Predaking back.
Which Predaking?
MMC.
Oh, nice.
BB7 upside Super KO fifth party with no joints.
So I'm very happy. Never owned Failsaber before. So.
Failsaber with Prime.
So Failsaber with Prime. Failsaber with Unicron Prime.
Mm-hmm. Failsaber kills it because it's just overkill redundancy, and it almost makes you bored with Predaking because you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with you?
But he came with that little penguin. You have to love the penguin.
Yeah, I sent that to Lenny. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, he looks great. I like him.
You got the gold wings.
Yes. The sword. Mm-hmm. Also, I do want to take this moment, and that's all I got this week, really. I do want to take this moment. I know this guy had people that didn't like him a lot.
Matthew.
But no.
Greg.
No, not Greg. Scotimus Holmes. Scott Holmes passed away last week. He had his
ruffled feathers with some people.
Yeah, he did.
But, never want to.
But no parent should ever outlive their child. So, you can look up on Facebook. There's links to his GoFundMe for his services. Make the donation if you feel like making one. It's and it's unfortunate. I don't know if any other podcasts have talked about this, but shit. Like I said, the kid ruffled a few feathers, ran his mouth quite a bit, upset a few people, But in the end of the day, no one deserves to go, unless it's generally their time.
No.
So,
yeah. It's sad. It's really shocking. I feel like nowadays it's every other day. We are becoming. It's so weird this year, man. It's just like unexpected. The losses.
Yeah. So I mean, we were talking about Scotimus Prime.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. But I did forget to mention, did you get anything? That I finally scored the Seeker 2-pack. Thanks to Spiros Gallos. He PM'd me, let me know. Bricksheet said my town's target had one in stock, so I drove over and power walk like a motherfucker, just short of running. to where the figures were. There they were.
Don't
Picked them up.
lie, Oscar. You live in Florida. We know you crashed your car straight through the building, right down, right down the toy aisle. You're like, I'm getting my toys.
I get my seat because I love jets. Jets are my life.
So I finally picked them up, and they're great. They're great. Thanks to Spiros Gallows. Yeah, that's about it.
You know, the sad thing is, I'm sure that's a believable Florida headline. Man drives car right through front door in the toy aisle.
Man
We're like man high on crack in thong beats crowd away from toys with a giant raw salmon.
Oh man, it's pretty funny.
Flees seen from rooftop with hand glider. Shits on police.
Refuses to wear a mask. I ain't telling me to wear a mask, pig. Y'all are pig.
Last seen soaring over the Gulf of Mexico. His underwear fell off. Police failed to pursue.
We were in pursuit of the suspect. He decided to defecate 3 times while hang gliding. It did hit Lieutenant Stemples in the face. He is now being treated for conjunctivitis as well as possible COVID-19. Also, a small child was hit with some of the random fall and free fall fecal matter. The child has lost an eye, but he found it funny when we asked him, "Is he okay?" And he can only reply with, "I can't see shit."
I can see shit, but I can't see shit.
And that is all. Thank you. No more questions. Sorry. I'd make a great spokesman for the police, for the fucking Florida Highway Patrol.
I think so.
Suspect was running down the highway yelling "Roll Tide" and "Free Bird" with a bottle of Jack Daniels in one hand and a lit cigarette in the other.
Beating his wife with a piece of toast.
As he urinated at top speed, urinating all over the police dog. That is a federal offense, ladies and gentlemen. We did, however, disable him by using non-lethal means, by that of sandbag bullets from a shotgun carried in Earl Kemper's pickup truck, which is a 1992 Toyota Tacoma. And he is now in custody. Thank you. No more questions.
Florida man bites police dog.
We followed the suspect down the highway, and the police dog gave chase. He tackled the police dog and bit the police dog. I believe now the police dog has obtained a lawyer and will sue Mr. Jackson for biting him while in the line of duty. Thank you. No more questions.
Police tase Florida man after he bites police dog. Florida man is unfazed, rips tasers out of skin, sticks them back into his own nipples.
Suspect then grabbed the tasers and applied them on his areolas and said, "Come on, make daddy want this." And we proceeded to tase him again. He fell down.
It's a crack pipe, ain't gonna light itself.
He fell down and lit a Newport cigarette off the fire coming from his chest hair. Thank you. No more questions.
So what's new in the news?
I think that's enough show for the day. No,
yeah, I think
can't
that's
get much better than that. Come on.
It sure can. A third-party news. We have Mechanic Studio Scalpel. No one remembers this character.
I remember Scalpel. It's actually the one character from the movies that I actually think looks kind of cool.
What's that alt mode? A hand with goggles?
It's it's a really bad looking telescope or microscope. So
yeah.
Oh, that's microscope.
It looks like Freddy Krueger's unfinished hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell you, Mechanic Studios. I think you may have botched the microscope mode. Just.
Oh hey, rock you, fucking man.
Yeah, this is interesting looking, but it's okay. I'm not getting it.
These look like Matt's photos.
I feel like if you want Scalpel, I feel like Hasbro mainline already did Scalpel good enough. So
yeah, that was when they were really putting in a lot of work into engineering for some of their movie figures. It was during Revenge of the Fallen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I remember the little toaster guy. Like he was cool. I'm cool with that.
These are the repair bugs, right?
Yes, they were little scalpels in the third movie. Yes. So.
But
Was
he
it the
was
third or wasn't it the second?
The third movie, wasn't it?
No, it's Revenge of the Fallen, right? When they were.
No, because Scalpel was which one? I'm trying to think. Scalpel was in Revenge of the Fallen, but which is the one? It's not till Revenge of the Fallen that Megatron gets his head cleaved, right?
I thought it was Revenge of the Fallen when he was like the dirtbag truck in the desert with the cape, with the rotten cape, and he has half.
No,
his
that's
face.
Dark of the Moon.
So it was Dark of the Moon.
So that's the one that. Yeah, that's the one that he gets his head.
Revenge of the
ripped
Fallen is where he gets half his face fucking cleaved off by Prime after
so
Prime sat there and grabbed the Fallen and was like, "Give me your face."
He was like, no one wants your face. And he cut it out.
So that's right. So in Revenge of the Fallen, Scalpel was kind of like dealing with the protoforms, I believe, something like that. And then, it was the third movie, whatever the hell it is, Dark of the Who Gives a Shit. That one is the one that they were the little Scalpel bugs working on Megatron's head. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is something.
It's something. I think the actual Scalpel mode looks cool, but you couldn't get much further away from a microscope there. I keep wanting to say telescope. Jesus Christ. I need to go to bed.
It's a glove with goggles. Go to bed.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the other thing. Is like the Hasbro one had like little eyeglasses you could take off and stuff like that. Like, it was a good figure. This is not.
Look at that. Even that Hasbro Megatron's like, "What the fuck is this piece of shit? Fuck you! Get out of here! I'm gonna get my rage spray."
Get out of my shot, you trash.
Yeah, the only thing I think looks cool on this is that I think his eyes look kind of cool, but once you apply some paint to this gray, maybe it doesn't look quite as cool. So we'll see.
Right.
Fucking Mechanics Studio. You got to give them credit. They're trying to church it up, but it's still McFans toys, man. I mean, I don't give a shit what you say. Speaking of, this next one kind of has me intrigued. It's Mechanics Studios Mohawk.
Huh.
Now, didn't another third-party company make this guy?
Yeah, but I'm wondering if he scales this way is that a deluxe sound wave behind him, or like the like this one's pretty small. I feel like the one, I know Matt reviewed it.
Feeling that face sculpt.
Yeah. I feel like that one was bigger, but I'm not 100% sure.
So that's not the New Age.
No. I don't think so. I mean, it could be, I guess.
I think oh God help me. No, I don't. I think that looks. I want to say that looks like, like it looks like the Human Alliance.
Really?
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
it's
not
probably.
Human Alliance.
Yeah, it's Studio Series Deluxe class.
Comes with a Scotwit wiki.
I mean, it's cool. It's a nice little Mohawk to go along with that scale if that's what you're collecting. Like, obviously, both these toys are intended to go along with that Studio Series scale. So, I mean, that's cool if that's what you're into, but I think this is more successful than Scalpel, personally.
Yeah, it scales with Studio Series. That's what everyone's in the comments. Mohawk, at some point, it's odd to see a full third-party figure as if Mohawk was never going to happen.
Shouldn't they just be silver? I mean, they really should just be painted silver, no?
Man, that is like one color the movie line has really made me tired of seeing.
Silver.
I used to think silver.
Color.
Yeah, and it's like I'll never forget that one group shot they show of all like the movie MPs when New Age was showing off their sound wave. And then I'm just like, God, it's like a big glob of gray, except for what was that one Decepticon? That was a different color. Barricade, because he was black. So like glob of gray, and then there's this one black bot there, Barricade.
Well, what was it? Brawl? It was Brawl. I can't remember. I think it was Brawl, but in the first movie, he's quote unquote Devastator. He was
so
green
dumb.
tank. So there's that.
I remember that chair leaning forward moment when I was in the theater with my brother watching it, and I was just like, Devastator, hold on, bitch. That's a tank. Who's this motherfucker?
Yeah, and then like all the toys are like, no, we actually meant Brawl.
Wait, his name was Devastator in the movie?
Yeah.
Come on.
when they're all like, they show the jet, here's the translation's like, this is Starscream. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's a jet. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. This is devastating. I'm like, yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you son of a bitch. You're not devastated. You're a fucking tank. You're fuck you, Hasbro. Fuck you, bro. This movie sucks balls. Then, like, I'll never forget when I watched the first one, my brother was like, so who's the helicopter guy? I was like, oh.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm finding out a week later, oh, his name's Blackout. I'm like, I've fucking heard of a Blackout.
Though, for not knowing Blackout, he probably had the best scenes in the movie. I feel like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I feel like the beginning with Blackout flying over and all that was cool.
That was great.
Yeah, the fight scene was cool with him.
You could see what he was doing.
Yeah.
You could see it, like, and he seemed like, okay, at first in that movie, to me at least, I was like, all right, like, okay, they're doing realistic robots based on something that would transform from this helicopter, whatever. I mean, it looked cool, and like the scale and his speed relative to the humans who were smaller, it all seemed more believable.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a big pile of shit, just and then Bumblebee ripped somebody's fucking engine out of his neck. That wasn't going on.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It didn't seem to carry over.
It's weird because, like, when you watch that movie, the first scene where Blackout lands and he transforms, you hear like the gong, 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 right? And then the rest of the film is all like, I am Optimus Prime.
Right, the Optimus transformation, a lot of people got the feels from it. With me, I was like, sitting there like fucking, I grew a beard waiting for that transformation. And it's like, you can't even tell what's transforming. That's what's so ironic. You're just watching things flip and move and flip, and you're like, come on. I know, he's like, nipples flip, elbows turn. It's like, but it's just like
cheek wheels spin.
It's amazing how complicated and long his transformation was. And
Rock plate activated.
It wasn't like you're watching Jazz dive down onto the floor and turn into a Porsche, but you see the parts move to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like, and like you could just picture Bay being like, more spaghetti, more spaghetti. This is the first transformation of Prime. More spaghetti.
And he just grabs some random woman's breasts because he's Michael Bay. Like, no one will ever believe you. Squeezy. Michael Bay. I'm a piece of shit.
Bring me someone to Donkey Punch.
Is that guy in a wheelchair? I'm gonna call him Wheels because that's appropriate. Hey, that's really offensive. Fuck you, loser.
Power glide.
Oh man.
Moving on. Shockwave's Lab Seige Jetfire Sword.
It is the bottom of the third-party barrel this week. I am sorry, listeners, but it's quiet. Okay, so it's been a while since I've watched G1, but I don't remember Jetfire having a sword ever. And I will confess I have not read all the comics. I probably never will, but I still don't remember him having a sword there. So like, do I not know something about Jetfire? Is this a thing, or is it just someone's like, this is cool, let's make a sword? Like, is it a Macross thing? Did the Valkyries have swords?
I don't know. I'm not a...
Yeah, like, because I've never watched Robotech / Macross. Like, I keep meaning to. I've just never gotten to it. But, like, I don't know. Like, what is the inspiration for this sword? I don't understand.
Like, was it a thing in a video game? Yeah, I should ask... Tyler Gillette. He might.
This accessory is inspired by Jetfire's sword seen in the new Netflix War for Cybertron. Well, there you go. He has a sword in War for Cybertron, apparently.
The only thing I see when I see this is Mad Mardigan's sword in Willow. In the final fight, he had that weird hand sword that was stuck to like armor on his arm. You don't remember that? Nobody
I can see
that.
I haven't seen Willow since the Challenger exploded.
Kind of looks like something that could have been in Assassin's Creed, something like that, you know. I don't know.
It's very, very stupid. So stupid. It's like, I need this. Oh, go ahead. Go for it. Good luck. Spread your butter with it. Spread your butt.
I mean, I'll sit here and I'll say with a smile on my face that the Seige Jetfire is probably one of the best Hasbro figures ever made since MP10. I love mine very much. I think he's great. I wish he had more posable hands. And that would be an official masterpiece figure for me. But,
wish that sword was posable. Maybe that's for Starscream's pleasure.
Fuck you, Robert.
Fuck you, Robert. Man, Starscream would never say that.
Yes, I'd never have a robot shove his fist in my rectum without paying for it.
So moving on to official news, we have from Plastic Spark Photography. Gentlemen I follow on Facebook. See the link in our show notes there. We have the new Transformers Red Line in package shots, and these look pretty dope.
Yeah, I definitely think the more I see the Red Line stuff, the more I think that they are something that will interest me. I'm not gonna go all out, but I think like just having a set of arc bots, like I think that'd be pretty cool.
He doesn't have an ankle tilt.
They have an ankle tilt.
But they're just bad photos, you think?
I think they're just bad photos. They have an ankle tilt.
That's annoying. Don't do that.
If you look at Soundwave,
if you look at him in the box, his ankles are tilted.
They are. You're right. That's what's funny. Megatron's ankles are tilted. Soundwave.
Yeah, but look at Soundwave's feet. Just to give you an example, those that curve near the heel. There's this huge thing.
I don't know. Is that a ball joint or is that a hinge?
It looks like I want to say it looks like a hinge. It might. My experience with other figures like SH Figure Arts and especially Revoltech, it reminds me of a big Revoltech figure. Joint for the Revoltech figures. It might even be like a little ratchet.
Okay.
But these look really neat, especially Soundwave's face. It really is representative of how he looked in the cartoon.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I think this would be a fun line to get in on. Like I said, I'm not going like you can't tell me that like I need an Outback and I need this character and that character, but like I could see picking up, the Three Seekers, Megatron, Soundwave. I might stop there for the Decepticons and then pick up the core arc bots that you saw all the time. So
yeah, but like we talked about this, I wouldn't mind the Constructicons, and they have a Build-A-Figure Devastator.
Yes. I would take the Constructicons too.
But I'll tell you what, though, I do agree with what Oscar was saying before the show. The tapes should transform. You're right, Oscar.
No, I say they shouldn't. They should not transform. The people crying about they're fucking driving me crazy. Because their only argument is, well, they're not really transform. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. It's part of the brand.
Fucking dumbasses. You stupid asses. Go slap yourselves in the face at something. Anything. I don't care if it's your cum sock or a fucking raw steak. Slap yourself at something. Slap yourself in the face with Soundwave.
It's getting repetitive, and the sad part is these are Walmart exclusives.
Yeah.
So
you better be ready to wrestle with no shirt on for this.
Yeah.
You better be ready to wrestle with Florida Man for this.
Bust out. The suspect walked into the Walmart. He had lubed himself up with Vaseline and drank a Red Bull energy drink and proceeded to randomly German suplex customers as he approached the toy aisle. That is when officers opened fire, but he had so much Vaseline on him, the bullets ricocheted off his skin and killed several service bots nearby. We did end up apprehending the suspect by tainting some old Milwaukee beer, and he is passing out.
The thing about this to me, like, if you are the type of person who makes has a huge problem with the fact that it's Transformers as a brand and this doesn't transform, like, I question a lot of things with you, like you just, like, you can't enjoy anything if it doesn't transform. Like, I get that it may not be your thing. Maybe you don't want an action figure Transformer, but, like, to just be, like, completely down on it and not understand why someone would think it's interesting, it's a weird opinion to me to have. Like, like, are you down on any statue of a character? Like, you probably have never looked at like the Prime One, the Optimus, and been like, wow, that's really nicely sculpted. Like, do you walk into the movie theater and there's a picture of your beloved Optimus Prime there is a cardboard cutout. You're like, fucking knockoff piece of shit, doesn't transform. Like, well, it's just a fucking picture, you know? Like,
yeah.
They're like, this thing's flat. This is bullshit. I mean,
dumb.
You could easily fucking have. You can. It would be cool to do modes with the tapes because they're repaints. You could have Buzzsaw as the tape in the chest and have, Laserbeak as a bird perched. You could do that. You could do a red, the red Frenzy as a tape and have Rumble as a robot. They could do stuff like that. That'd be fun, but they don't have to fucking transform. We don't need that engineering. It'd be cool to have really articulated little guys. That'd be cool. Arguing Magic Square's already done it, but so what? They also have to deal with the transformation engineering. A really simple, nicely sculpted, well-articulated, teeny little tape bot. That'd be cool. But they're not going to do it, so accept it. Enjoy what you have here.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, don't pick it up. Like, nobody's holding a gun to your head and says you have to buy these Transformers. But like, come on, you have to understand it's an IP, and more than just transforming toys go along with that IP. So, yeah.
IP freely.
IP freely, that's a classic.
Who doesn't? So what's next, Oscar?
Penis.
Coming up next is my dick. Generations Rotorstorm, Greasepit, and Hubcap.
Speaking of Greasepit,
I don't believe we officially talked about this. The newest Hasbro Pulse figures. These are for the Aussies.
These are $28.43 a piece. That's pretty expensive. I do like the Rotorstorm. I really do. I always feel like Rotorstorm deserves more love. But wait, does he have? Oh my God, what figure is this based off of? Why does he have 2 helicopter cockpits on the leg?
It's based off the Spinister figure. Supposedly they are going to redo the head to make it look more like Rotorstorm.
That's cool.
I think these are just
does not look Rotorstorm enough. But
yeah, well, I mean, it kind of kills it when he has. Well, the original Rotorstorm had fucking a cockpit in his chest, not fucking 2 on each foot, not 1 on each foot. As a boot.
Yeah.
But I mean,
call him Cockstorm.
I think it'll work. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered mine from the Chosen Prime because I just need it for my wrecker shelf.
Yeah, I think I have Rotorstorm pre-ordered too, because it's just he's another character that just doesn't get enough love, which is really surprising. That like I'm super surprised nobody's really gone out of their way to make a Last Stand of the Wreckers. Just the whole group, like all of them.
One guy did make a Printformers version of him.
Well, that's cool, but that doesn't really count. Like I like, not that I'm saying it doesn't count, but I'm surprised like MMC hasn't tackled it or something like that. Like we went straight to the DJD before something that like people were clamoring for, like those mech ideas, the mech ideas, whatever, the jump starters, twin twist and top spin. Like people were all about those back in the day because of Last Stand of the Wreckers. Like the Overlord, everyone was all about that because Last Stand of the Wreckers. And then it's like, we don't need to do these. I'm like, you could kill it with like a Pyro and a Rotorstorm and things like that. So, oh well.
Yeah, but look how long it took MMC to get back on that saddle, because they finally released like that Guzzle and Brawn, and it's a 2-pack.
Yeah. Like
they just did the Brawn because okay, we can milk this mold for this. Yeah. Like they're really, and I think it's great because I think their Bruticus is going to be fantastic. But I mean, you kind of slowed down on the IDW love when the thing is now those figures are going for a pretty penny. Which reminds me, I really need to get that Guzzle, man. I need that for my psychers.
And Greasepit is just a redone Steelworks or whatever his name was.
Yeah. I kind of, for some reason, I look at him and I'm all like, oh, hey, that's like, Blaster from Headmasters when he was like dead and he brought back to life.
I can see that. I think I do remember there was a Micromaster Greasepit though, wasn't there? Like this sign is something new for this figure, right? I don't think the Ironworks or whatever had that like a kind of sign that plugged in. So it looks like they're doing at least something different for it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, and also to add to the exclusiveness of what we're talking about, apparently Leadfoot's being revealed as a Target exclusive.
Yes. Wasn't Leadfoot the Target car for NASCAR? So,
which was never released in America in a deluxe scale, only in Japan. Until I forget the name, it was GDO. I think they're called.
Yeah,
they were making like some deluxe class, not GDO from Transformers Mainline, but I believe they were. Son of a bitch, man. They redid.
Son of a bitch.
They did Leadfoot. They did the 3 wreckers from the movie.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, he reminded that one character reminds me a little bit of Blaster from the old Headmaster cartoons. And the one I do like from this set though, Justin, is Exhaust. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think these are cool. I'm fine with them. And
the hubcap is a repaint of Cliff Jumper.
What? I don't see this. Where are you looking? Is this in the same link with the Rotorstorm?
You just have to look for them. The only one that shows is what's his nuts. So
what's his nuts?
Yeah, Rotorstorm.
Wretches.
So yeah, that's not bad. Now let's talk about this abomination here.
Well, okay. Why is it an abomination? First, let's tell the listeners what it is, and I want to hear why.
Okay, it is the Threezero War for Cybertron Seige Optimus Prime, the DLX series, the deluxe series.
Right.
Now, I consider this to be an abomination because you have an opportunity to go the route of Seige. Instead, you're basically making a more articulated form of a figure that has been released already, with the kibble it comes with on top of that. And it just looks cheap. Like I've seen what 3A has done. They've made amazing pieces in the past. This, I think, is 2 steps back for them.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong. This is not a transforming figure, right?
No, it's not.
It can't be.
So
this
what
is
you
just
have,
a high-end action
is a high-end painted robot mode Seige figure. Like to everything. Like you said, Oscar. Like he has all this shit hanging off the sides of his arm. He has the top cab of the truck hanging off the back. Like you have the compromises you had to make in the sculpt for the big boxy, semi-truck windows on the front to give him that ab crunch, like which was probably acceptable for Seige, but like this is an expensive statue. Like why? I don't know if I understand the logic here.
Yeah, it gets me the ankles. That's why it's like the feet and ankles look weird. It looks like a transforming toy, which if it transformed, I wouldn't hate it so much. It would be cool to see something like this, painted like this, articulated like this, that transformed. But yeah, it's
an abomination.
Okay. I gotta ask some stupid questions just because I'm this far removed from the mainline stuff. I'm not proud of it. I feel stupid for not knowing this stuff. But Seige War for Cybertron trilogy, is there is there a cartoon or a 3D thing? Is there any like media?
There is a cartoon premiering on Netflix on the 30th of this month.
Oh, so it hasn't started yet.
Correct. It has not started yet.
By the time it comes out, they'll be on their next line, I'm sure.
So unless that's what's so stupid.
It'll come out and there'll be 1 season into the show and they'll be on like the next toy line. So
did you watch last episode?
Whatever movie is coming after Bumblebee, right? Like Bumblebee 2.
It's like, did you watch Bumblebee 2? Did you watch the last episode of Seige? Well, yeah, I was waiting for it to start and I had to go take a piss, and by the time I came back, the episode was over. Damn it! But okay, so because of what Threezero is doing, his animation model better look just like this, because the Threezero version should fucking look just like the animation model, which then will be really weird. Is that Kibblemus Prime? It's just going to be Kibblemas for no reason?
They're probably going to do it. They're probably doing it that way because that's what the toy looks like. Like they're trying to sell the toy. But then I wonder, why does this 3-0 thing even need to exist? Like,
it should be modeled after the animation model. That would be great. That would really be great. That's why the 3-0 Prime from the Bumblebee movie is sick, because he looked that fucking good in the movie, and he really does look like the movie Prime is standing on your shelf.
I'm not taking away from the 3-0 line.
Right. Well, this does.
From those designs. This does. This makes them take 2 steps back. And I literally am looking at fucking 5mm peg ports. They're probably not, though. But where I'm just like, oh, you could put an explosion effect there because fucking shit. Look, they have a fucking tab sticking out of his shoulder, just like the original Voyager class.
That is a good point. Like, I didn't even notice that they had this stuff for like where you would peg stuff in.
Ports, the fucking ports.
If you took this thing and you took off everything that said, 3A, anything like that, and you just showed me this picture, I'd be like, yeah, that's a nice custom someone did.
Yeah, they painted up. That's
it would be on the Radicons forum, and they're like, yeah, battle damage Optimus Prime from the Siege, bro.
Now,
and it's like, oh, this is really good. Actually, it's a $400 fucking deluxe class figure.
Now, do you think that they weren't allowed access to the animation model, and they had a schedule, and they paid for the license, so they just based it off the toy?
I want to say that's got to be the case in this situation because this is just pathetic.
This
man.
harms their name. Their rep. Yep. They're pulling a magic square.
I'm trying to. So if you scroll down, there's a Optimus Prime face, and it says Netflix, and I'm just trying to compare.
Where?
Scroll down just a little, like someone posted it in the. It's like the first comment there.
You see a pinhole? He's got a pinhole on his backpack kibble.
He does.
In the animation model.
There you go. Beautiful.
Oh my God, a pinhole.
And it just goes to say, like, why was this something that needed to be tackled by 3A? Like, the toy represents what this show is going to be perfectly. Like, is there a whole market of, like, adult collectors out there who are, I want to spend an exorbitant amount of money for a slightly better looking version of this toy that I could buy for $40 or whatever? Like, I don't know. It's weird. This is very strange. So, even the backpack thing, like, it just looks like a thing hanging off the back. Like, if this is supposed to be like a jetpack or something, like, sell it to me. Sculpt it so it looks that way. But, like, even the thing looks like I'm looking at picture 15 where you got him doing the kind of Iron Man pose. It looks like it hinges off his back and then it's hollow underneath, just like the toy would have been.
Oh God, that's awesome. Oh God, why would you buy this? I'm not saying because the fact is you can get this figure for 1/10 of the price. How much is the Siege Optimus Prime?
Like $50.
$50.
Yeah, now he's going for like 50.
Okay, but this thing is going to be now. There's going to be 2 versions, I assume, because you have the standard and then the deluxe version. The deluxe version is like 1.5 feet tall. You're really going to get this thing that big? I don't know if this is just a movie. Like, I got the 3-0 Prime, and he's what, like? He's like 11 inches or something, 10 inches, 11 inches. He's big, but he's not like 18 inches tall. The deluxe version is huge, and it's like $500. Is this thing going to be $500? Why? You could just get the regular one and pay a customizer to do it, and he'd do a better job. I'm not saying this is a bad job. I'm just saying you
need to get a customizer. You just dry brush some black all over it and call it a fucking day.
All right, Mr. Customizer. Spoken like a true customizer.
Just dry brush.
You just take the parts. You just gotta take the pieces apart, put them on little sticks, stick them in a wide thing of styrofoam. Get your airbrush going, do layers. Start with the priming. You always got to prime. Make sure you wipe it off first.
Then you got to sniff the paint. You got to sniff the paint like a real man. Ain't no real man don't sniff the paint. I sniff the paint.
The best way to dry your stuff while you're sniffing the paint is to ride around your backyard on the alligator, because things are really humid down by the swamps, okay? And if you're on an alligator, other alligators won't attack you as long as you got one of the big alligators, especially if you got one of those spiky collars that you normally put on a pit bull.
And then sometimes you got to assert your dominance and make sweet love to the best looking female alligator out there in the creek. You got to let her know. You got to be like, look here, Bertha.
You know what I really like is that I really like that Robert was talking about alligators in the swamp, and he was doing his best Kermit the Frog impersonation. He's like, okay, guys, you're gonna go and you're gonna.
We're gonna talk about Transformers today. Yay!
That's just none of my business.
Kermit the Floridian here. I talk like this when I'm on meth.
I fuck a pig, so don't tell me about a hard life.
I fuck a pig on meth. Oh, you know. But I mean, seriously, it's gonna be fun. Is this
a little mouthy? I slapped the shit out of her.
Is this the $500 version, or is this? I mean, the deluxe. I assume it's just crazy. Like, I mean, shit. Wei Jiang has an opportunity. Like, I can't imagine Wei Jiang would just upsize it and paint it and sell it for $120.
Like,
Why
we
would
should
you buy
paint
this?
the windows blue, guys. That'll be the difference.
Oh,
blue windows.
Is that chartreuse? Oh God, major fail. And it's not that this looks bad per se. It's just knowing if this is the $500 version, even if it's the $250 version, it's just nuts, you know, because you've already gotten this for $50, and it transforms. So you're getting less for more. You are literally getting less. But you get green windows. Oh boy.
That's the most important part. Green windows.
Oscar's in.
He's already pre-ordered.
No, I'm
too.
not. No, I haven't. Shut up.
This is times when I miss Matt on this show because he's like, man, y'all just haters. Y'all just haters. You don't even like
Or
Transformers.
you'd be like, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Pre-ordered.
I already plopped down the money for 2 of these bad boys. I know I'm going to go get me the Dead Prime, and I'm going to get this one.
Lisa's going to be so mad when her credit card bill shows up. I ain't paying it. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of stuff pre-ordered, I pre-ordered one of these 2 packs, and that is the Earthrise exclusive Ironhide and Prowl and Dirge and Ramjet.
This is cool. So, I think this is the first time we've actually seen, like, as best as you can see, Ironhide in this picture. And, the Prowl not being, like, I think I was worried about it. We've seen Smokescreen, right? Like, I was kind of worried that Prowl was not necessarily going to come because they just did it in whatever the previous one was, I guess, Seige. So it's nice to see, like, they got proper Earth modes and, like, Ironhide pretty much kind of looks like the van. Like, they took a little liberties with the front grille there, but, he still looks like a Nissan Vanette, and I think it looks like a decent Ironhide. Like,
I think they fucked up. I think they fucked up.
I'm going to agree with Robert here. I think they took a step back.
Really?
Prowl looks fine. The Seekers look like they do, whatever. I think Ironhide is proof that they're kind of going a step back because someone posted on Facebook and made a solid point like, yo, what the hell is this going on here? And they zoomed in on the back of that van mode and you see feet.
Really? So is there a better picture of it? Because I can only see this like blurry.
The only one I saw was on Facebook, man.
Okay. Well, if you see it sometime in your passing, send it to me because I would like to see.
That's called Florida mode. Feet sticking out the back of a van.
Suspect was driving a van and his wife's feet were hanging out of the back of it. And she kept saying, "My name's Ironhide," as she urinated on the police officers chasing her. We were then forced to... What? Sorry.
The sparks from her, from the rims because the tires were flat, not because of any kind of trap set by the cops. They just had flat tires. Ignited her gasoline urine.
I see the picture now, Oscar. I found it.
You see it? Yeah,
He definitely does have feet hanging out the back.
Where is it?
So I followed the link, the Planet Icon link in this post. Let me see if I can just kind of directly copy and paste it.
Icon. Well, I'll tell you why they fucked up. I'll tell you right now why they fucked up. Ironhide, why does he have a shield? You know what they should have done with that parts forming piece? They should have made it a sled.
Yeah.
They should have made that a sled as a throwback. Even if it's like, why is Ironhide boogie boarding? It still would have been cool. Just have Ironhide on a fucking sled of sorts.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I don't think that's a bad way to do it.
Ironhide doesn't have a shield. He gets shot in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps going like a Floridian.
I don't care that you shot me in the face. My veins are running freaking crystal blue with meth, motherfucker.
I ain't wearing a mask. Fuck you, Governor.
Where did you pre-order
my
these
face
from,
all
Oscar?
I pre-ordered the secret 2-pack from Amazon.
Florida.org.
Not Florida.org.
You know, another thing that I'm seeing the better pictures of Ironhide, like it's not so noticeable on the blurry ones, but it is interesting that, like, I guess his black shoulders are kind of sticking out the side of the van and stuff too.
Yeah, they are. That's another thing that I caught too that kind of bothers me a tad bit.
I don't see the feet. Where the fuck? Where are you seeing this? Just in the front
Look
shot?
near the back of the van.
Oh, I see.
Just in that photo they show you, they stick out, dude.
So they don't actually show you the back view.
No,
they don't.
You still see the
It's a lot like when that friend of yours comes over and flip flops and he takes his shoes off and you're just like, "The fuck is that? Foot fungus?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just a little scratch." I'm like, "No, you put your shoes back on. Get the fuck out, or you wear socks."
No, but I mean, at least they didn't paint the hubcaps. They made them Cybertronians. Like, instead of painting hubcaps, hear me out. Cybertronian tires.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That pisses me off.
You made like Cybertronian tires.
Yeah, like you're doing these Earth modes, and then like you fucking half-ass the tire. You know, like I don't know. And that's something that's kind of gone on with the Siege line as it is like a lot of the stuff. I don't like the tires. Prowl has at least all the tires look the same, but like that pegging system's just a way to cheap out stuff again.
Those peg clips.
Yeah.
Like just like forked peg clips.
Man, I was excited about Earthrise too a bit, but now I think I'm out. I think I'm just gonna have to end up throwing like the old iGear Ironhide on the shelf with those, and I gotta see how it looks next to them and just call it good enough.
I'm really disappointed I'm disappointed that it appears that this Ironhide has a back. It would have been poetry if he wasn't simply just the windshield. Like the head with the fucking windshield and the arms attached to the sides. And you can just see right fucking through him. Oh, God.
I hope you can. You know what, though? I kind of hope that you can open it up and flip his head down so you can have G1 Ironhide. You know, like toy Ironhide with no robot head, should you choose.
I ain't wearing a mask, but I hung out behind no windshield.
I ain't buying no masks. I made mine.
It's made out of my own skin.
So yeah, it sucks because Ironhide's robot mode looks great, okay, and so does Prowl's. But it's like you said, we're going back to they're taking 2 steps back. They're back to those stupid clips that hold the wheels on, you know. And then Ironhide's got the feet hanging out of the back of his freaking robot mode. Ugh.
Them hollow feet on Prowl are a little off-putting too. Like just
that I come to expect.
I know, but like
because
I can't
PMPs
like
have the same shit.
It's been how long? Like 10 years now, and like you know, like I just think back to like
Still
2007 classics, and I'm like it was so good. Like these would have been awesome in 2007 classic style, you know, with like panels that closed and, you know, like you didn't see all these waffles and stuff like that.
What I see with those feet, those Prowl feet, like because there's so much hollow and you can see the bits inside of it, it looks like he actually has little black feet and he's wearing big white boots. Like it just looks like he's actually got teeny feet on the inside.
I can see that.
Oh, Prowl. It looks good though. I still think the Prowl looks good. Ironhide looks good.
The Ironhide looks good. Ironhide looks great. The issue here is that alt mode with the wheels, like oh man, those Cybertronian wheels. You know, and
I didn't even
glob
notice
of shoulder
that even
pegging out.
It's so bad for me.
His shoulder
and at least like Prowl this time, like my issue with Prowl from the Siege line was he had those really shitty see-through wheels. Which I never understood why they needed to put that on there.
Because he's a space car.
But
he's a cop from space. When sometimes no one really cares what they are.
But yeah.
That's getting it all.
Man, screw y'all. You guys don't even like Transformers anymore.
Man, fuck y'all. I don't even know I'm on here.
Like real Transformers, man.
I quit.
You know what I think is awesome? I think it's totally awesome that. Wait a second. Does Ironhide have jet boosters on the back of his van too? Like I'm looking at the shield because that's most definitely the top of the van, right? And like,
yep,
it looks like there's like jet boosters. So
wait, who?
Ironhide. Like, look at the picture of him holding the shield. Like that's the top of the van, and there's little like jet boosters on the back there.
Oh boy, what?
Wait, why is that there, man?
Yeah, I thought this is like Earth modes. It's Earthrise. Why is he got Cybertronian tires and jets on the back of the van? I don't remember it being legal for me to slap jets on the back of my van. Maybe I've been doing my van wrong. I don't know.
We got some room in the budget for some extra plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we should cover up the big black chunks of shoulder on the side.
Shut the fuck up, Roy. We gotta get this van rockets.
Yeah.
And one guy in the back's going, "That's a great idea, Steve."
So, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is gonna be awesome when you get Ratchet and he's got a shield with the ambulance lights on it.
Well, also, I mean,
yeah.
Look, we might as well nitpick. I mean, look at the van. He's got a giant hinge on the side, on the outside of the van.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, if you're gonna have an alt mode, you got to find a way to put that stuff on the inside, man.
Yeah, and like the big gray panel on the front that is obviously the swivel for the front windshield. Like you couldn't just cast that in red too. Like, because you can't paint that. That joint's gonna have to move. It's just gonna rub off. It's gonna rub off paint. So somewhere at least. So way to cast it in gray.
Instead of 2 windshield wipers, I wish it was like a crack pipe and a lighter.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, what's next, Oscar?
Ironhide comes with crack pipe and lighter. All right, so coming up next here is the Pit of Judgment 5-pack.
So this looks kind of cool. I got to give them credit for this. I like the 5-pack. Given how hard it is to find the impossible toys, I may be in on the Pit of Judgment 5-pack. But you can just throw out that piece of cardboard.
Yeah, you think so, huh? Why?
Because look at it. Like, they're all, like, crammed in there. Like, I just don't, like, I think it's a cool little display piece to put in the box. But, like it looks like, look at the picture that they zoom out on it. And, like, the cardboard's all kind of, like, wavy and shit. Like, that shit's not going to hold up for more than, like, a day or two. Like, someone's going to put this on their shelf and be like, this is a great display piece. And, like, this is a great piece of cardboard to look at and kind of make your own display piece. Like, this is not like those cardboard things that they called play sets, when we were kids. Well, the Transformers one, I think, is absolute trash. But there was a GoBots one that had, like a, they were, like, laminated, like, types of plastic on top. And, like, that thing held up great, and like now I can't find it anywhere, and like I feel like I'm a crazy person because there's no pictures of it online. But it was like this blue and yellow playset. I think someone sent me a picture of it once before. Listeners, if there's any of you out there that still remember it, there was a GoBot playset that was for the Super GoBots, I'm pretty sure, and it was like blue and yellow and such, and it was awesome. But it was not made out of cheap cardboard like this.
What I really like about this is the scaling. I love it. I love that the Quintesson is that large. I love how I really do. It gives you this presence. I mean, I really love the scaling between all the different figures. It really does look good.
Yeah.
And it comes with the same Sharkticon, just recolored compared to his Titan's Return.
The Executioner, though, is that something new? Or is that something that they've listed as an upcoming product? Or
I think that's a recolor.
Okay.
Does that transform?
Yeah.
Really? That's cool, man. I like the scaling.
Picture 1 is him.
Right.
In his robot mode.
That's cool. I like it. I think I'm in on this set, but that
it's a neat idea. The what?
The cardboard.
The cardboard, yeah. It's a neat idea, but like I love the Krennics, and then there's that god awful stupid fucking alt mode.
Which alt mode? Hold on, where is it? Hold on.
Picture 7.
Oh God, yes. What is that thing? What is it supposed to be? The jail cell?
So,
Wait, but that can't be the jail cell because he's in a cell. So what the hell is the Quintesson? Okay, so that's inside the Quintesson?
Yeah.
Is that it? He stores inside the Quintesson?
Correct.
So if he's
the
in
Quintesson himself is just a Cybertronian penis with tentacles because
it was a joke.
Because Japan.
Sorry. That's weird. That's what's weird. It's okay. Okay, it's one I could see storing the jail cell inside the Quintesson like a Pez dispenser. Okay. Maybe, but what does the Quintesson transform into if the jail cell is actually outside of him?
Yeah.
What is that?
You know what I wonder, though? I think that this set looks like it could potentially look nice next to some Legends. That's all I'm going to...
I hope this combines. I hope they combine her Titans Returns. It just has it line up and connect to 1,000 other pieces of fucking stupid looking thing.
I don't recall the Sharkticons being this big.
They should be the size of what's his face, the little guy.
Really?
Right, they should be what's his name? Anubis? What the hell's his name?
Minimus Ambus, I guess.
It's the dude in the cage. What's the guy in the cage? Krenix?
Krenix.
Cranny. They should be scaled to him because he was basically around the size of Hot Rod and Cup, and they're swimming around with the Sharkticons, and the Sharkticons are beefier than them, but they're still around that size. So they are too big. The Sharkticon throws it off. It really does. But bah!
Yeah, hollow
I guess the Alacon's too big too, but still, I do enjoy the scaling between the Quintesson, the judge. Is it the judge or is that the executioner? Now I'm confused. It's the judge. No, the judge with the other tentacle guy.
Oh, okay, the Quintesson. Yeah, the judge. Yes,
that's the judge. I like the scaling between the Quintesson, the judge, and Crotchex. I guess the Alacon's too big. They should all be around the same size as Crotchex, I think. But it's just maybe beefier because they're beefier than him because he's just a useless douche. I still like it. Oscar's getting it just for the alt mode.
No. Go fuck yourself.
I'm going to get this just so I can throw away the figures and keep the cardboard.
He's going to film himself running a wood chipper. Hey guys, T2R6 here. Let's get this ball rolling. I don't like playing games. Chucks it. All the figures and just keeps the cardboard. This will last forever.
What I want to see is what people substitute the Quintesson out with. Like, what do they return this and put back in the box?
Golf ball.
Like an egg. A real egg, like an Easter egg, an old one.
Someone's going to transform and be like, it looks like a Cybertronian dildo. And I'm like, honey, you got one of them broken vibrators lying around?
The suspect approached his wife with a broken vibrator. One thing led to another. They were yelling, and the wife stabbed her husband to death with a double-ended dildo. And she has been screaming, "This is your end. This is your end," for the last 30 minutes without stop. No further questions. Thank you.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. I love how the Sharkticon's under them, like, feed me, in the box. That's great. Oh, yeah.
How do you plead, guilty or innocent? Spare me this mockery of justice.
No,
that's the scene they're reenacting on the back of the box art.
Oh, yeah.
That's the scene from the movie. He's like,
how do you plead, guilty or innocent? Spare me this mockery of justice.
I love how the Sharkticons swim in piss. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
it. Legion's piss.
So yeah, that was the stuff we covered today.
Yay!
Thankfully, no statue news.
You have a listener question?
They're all for Sencho. Oh wait, one that's not for Sencho. Thank God. By Joe S. From Joe S. He writes, "Sup, Shattercast. My plan getting into Masterpiece Transformers was all was to get all Season 1 bots and cons to cherry pick a few I may like. What is the best way to display those odd pieces in the collection, and what do you suggest? I've also thought displaying each character, Season 1, G1 with the G1 version, best Hasbro version available / made, and the Masterpiece. Thoughts? I've been listening to backlog episodes on Stitcher, catching up. Love you guys. This is from Joe S.
He's a liar. We're not even on Stitcher. He doesn't listen.
I think we are. I think Greg got us out there.
I just got word William Fong stopped listening.
What was the first sentence in his question? I missed it.
He plans on getting into Masterpiece Transformers, and his plans to get all of G1 bots and cons and cherry pick a few that he may like. He says, what's the best way to display these odd pieces in the collection, and what do you suggest?
Look, he has not collected any Masterpiece yet.
He's planning to.
So he believes he has the luxury of cherry picking the G1 cast.
I don't think the G1 cast. I think he knows who he has to get to complete his G1 cast. But he's talking about getting his hands on the oddballs, like, his G1 Season 1 cast, which is, your Prime and all that stuff. Prime, Hound, Dotson Brothers, Trax.
Okay, but so he's not. We're not talking about third-party stuff. He just wants to know official MP, not what to buy, but how to display.
How to display the ones that are not like G1 centric Season 1. So, like, if he gets a Springer or he gets an RC, like, how should he display those?
How should you? Right? There are people. Look, man. Let me give you one bit of advice. Just.
Yeah, it's his tailbone.
Just don't get a DTOF. Don't smash them in a DTOF.
No.
Do that.
That's perfect. That's perfect advice. Take them, put them in the DTOF, then smash them with a hammer.
In the DTOF. Don't do it. But one thing to avoid if you're looking, he sounds like it just sounds weird, like he's a completionist yet. Not. He doesn't want to be, but he sounds like he's already being pulled into the Masterpiece completionist hole, which is just it's a tremendous vacuum of he's going to start chasing the third party dragon. That's what's going to happen, and he's going to post looking to buy the best Cosmos. Anybody selling a third party MP Cosmos? And people, or he's going to be like, looking to buy a third party what's Spindrift? Oh my God, what's his real name? Oh my God.
Fuck you, I forgot. Sea Spray, yeah.
Sea Spray. Looking to buy a third-party Sea Spray, and everybody's going to try to sell him their version.
Fucking Wind Charger.
He's going to be, people are going to start, you got to look out, man. If you think in good faith you can reach out to the collecting community, say, I want to buy a third-party, say, Beachcomber. You are going to have everybody trying to offload their version 1 Fans Toys Sea Spray on you. Right? Like, they are not going to give you the best thing for you. They are going to do the best thing for themselves and is turn a profit off of something they can't sell. Do not do that. You have to really watch if you're starting from the beginning, you have an opportunity to do something we don't do, and that's go back in time and start over what you now know. So the way you can do that, you can benefit from that, is watch a lot of videos. Do your research, because you're going to be collecting things that have already been out for years. You have no rush, no hurry. You can take the time to watch comparison videos. That's the best thing. Try to see who compares what figure to what, maybe even different versions of the same thing. That's what I would look out for. So, his display question is kind of like the next step, because if you don't first address what you should buy, your displays are going to be shit regardless. You're not going to like some of your figures. You're going to regret spending the money. It's going to affect your ability to buy other stuff. It's a big snowball that all of us wish we can go back in time and fix from the beginning and not make those mistakes. That's the benefit of these videos that are all over YouTube. And, all you have to do is see somebody handling it, and you can judge for yourself. You don't have to rely on their opinion at all, but you don't have to actually have it in hand. But display-wise, a lot of things people do is they get everything. They're the completionists. You get a G1 cast, what are you going to do, man? Have a whole shelf crammed asses to elbows with the ARC bots? it's too crowded already. And that's not even counting the ancillary characters. The only shelf that actually can look good on a wide billy or something that wide is the movie cast Autobots, because it's just enough. It's not too crowded. It does get a little crowded, but it's still, you can have them posed because it's not an army. It's more of a group. So one way to think about displaying is if you can display by group, like maybe if you want to do like your favorite scenes, you want to have Hound and Cliffjumper and Ravage, you could think about scenes from the movie. That might be one thing to do. But, if you're going to, you can't just, it's not just, besides the Arcbots or the season 1, how should I display the ancillary characters? You've already messed up if that's what you're going to do. You're going to have these really posable, great figures just standing there like they're on like an assembly line at the factory. And some will be good, some will not be. And you won't, the crowd of figures will take away the quality of the individual ones that are actually really good display pieces. That's my opinion. Just because, that's why you have to ask yourself, am I going to be a completionist regardless of quality, or am I only going to get the really good ones and let go of the fact that maybe I will not have a complete cast? Because if I had like some of my best if I just had every Autobot in the world on my shelf, the whole shelf looks like shit. MP44 will look like shit. Sheridan will look like shit. MP Sunstreaker will look like shit. The best figures up there look like crap just because they're just crammed in. You get no sass out of them, too. You got to think about your spacing. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, you made a very good point.
Roll Tide.
I totally agree. Roll Tide.
What you should do is rent Gator. Now, Matt will rent Gator out. He rents him out for stud work for like $5 an hour. And it's kind of no questions asked situation. But you can also rent Gator and then put all your toys in the decalf and throw Gator in the decalf and shut the door real quick and see what happens.
I agree. That is, that was my recommendation too.
You answer the question, Justin.
No, I don't know. Just, to me, just whatever makes you happy. Like, if you are an ass's to elbow type person, then go ahead and do it. Like, what do I care? So you look at your collection and you figure out what makes you happy and what's the type of thing you want your collection to look like, and then go for it. Like, you don't need anybody else's advice. If you want to look for ideas of how to display your stuff, then there's plenty of things out there where you can browse other people's YouTube videos, see how they've done it, emulate that style on your own, but like, do what makes you happy. Like, collect what makes you happy, display how it makes you happy, and you don't need to buy everything if you're not into it. So
Florida man steals Visine from a Rite Aid, escapes police by entering a drain pipe next to the dumpster in the parking lot, fits into the hole by shoving his elbows up his asshole and rolling away.
As the official Central Florida press spokesman for Florida State Highway Patrol, I refuse to comment on that.
They found him, but nobody will touch him.
I put it to him this way. I'm envious of this guy because, again, he has all the resources we didn't have when we were collecting years and years ago. There weren't as many YouTube videos out. Some videos nowadays you can hear how shitty a third-party figure or a masterpiece figure can sound. MP. When they're transforming them. You can hear just how, not to strike a pun, how shattered some of them can be just by doing it. When they do something the wrong way. So, again, it's his money. We're not here to tell him how to spend his money. It's up to him. He's going to like something. He's going to like something. There's people that aren't a fan of MP Hound. I'm a fan of MP Hound. They prefer Willis, and that's groovy, but I prefer the Takara MP Hound.
How dare
it just strikes a
hell. Yeah. Fucking dare you.
I don't care. I said it. I don't care. No. Florida, roll tide. But it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. Listen, if you decide that you are, not a masterpiece collector and you want to go out and do nothing but Mech Fans Toys Legends, like, you do you, man. Do what makes you
I
happy.
think he's got to watch videos though, because like you have to understand, even with Masterpiece alone, official, you can't just pick up one of it. Look, there have been 1, 2, 3 primes. Which prime do you want? Because the way they appear and scale will affect the rest of your display.
That is true.
You know, there are different aesthetics. You got to really ask yourself, you know, what.
So that does kind of bring a good point that I think you could say, like, pick your favorite character, find the one that you like the most, and then base your decisions off of that, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, like if you absolutely need an Optimus Prime, then maybe figure out which of the 27 Optimus Primes that are out there is the one that you really want to own, and then go for it. Because honestly, like, you know, like, I like MP Sunstreaker, and I'm glad I have him and stuff, but like, I'm not, you know, I don't prefer MP Inferno over the
Backdraft.
The MMC Backdraft. Like, I would rather have
or even
Backdraft
Maki Toys.
Yeah, the Maki Toys one's okay too, but I do like the Backdraft, like, because it kind of encompasses just the entire look that I was looking for. So, I don't know.
You shut your horror mouth.
Yeah, what can you do? But I mean, like, right. that's kind of my thing. Is like, you know, like, you can pick and choose based on who you like. Like, if your favorite character, like mine, is Jazz, then figure out which Jazz looks best. And do you want to go all cartoon, or do you want to look, you know, more like the real car? You know, like, you know, that may influence you picking up, you know, I don't know, the Bad Cube Red Alert versus, or Sideswipe versus the MP one. Like, one of them looks more cartoon accurate, and one looks kind of more like the car. But I mean, that Red Alert or that Sideswipe's awesome, so you should get that anyway. But I digress.
but I mean, okay, but like, also you're gonna be confronted with price. You know, you might be tempted to get, you know, the first prime MP1, right? Because maybe it's cheaper than the others. You just, you know, don't just. I know all our decisions are based on money, but just, you know, you really should first ask yourself before you see the price, like, is this the figure I want?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because long after the price is forgotten, quality will be remembered, and you can waste 100 or be happy that you saved and spent $250. It all depends. I mean, a lot of people talk about what they can and can't afford. People will argue that they can't afford certain figures, but then every week they're out there buying retail stuff, and in a few months' time they could have bought one high-end figure, which the high-end collectors do. They just buy one every once in a while, you know. But damn it, what the hell was I gonna say? It was important, and now it just went out my head. God.
Well, I mean, I did some serious research, and I was looking for an MP Prime. I decided on Magic Square.
Good choice.
Because I wanted that. I still wanted my posability, but I didn't want something insane like MP44. But I wanted
Magic
to look
Square's good,
cartoonish. You know, and I watched several review videos from different people. You know, again, YouTube comes in handy. Again, this is where I'm envious of this guy. He has all these resources at his disposal. So I mean, that's why I was settled on Magic Square, and I went with that one.
Magic Square is really good. Oh, but yeah, but what I was gonna say was, do not assume that third party is more expensive than Takara, because it's not. Actually, third party is now more inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, third party tends to increase in value in the secondary market. That's why you may have the impression that third party is more expensive. It's not if you're buying it on pre-order.
As it releases,
As it releases, it's actually cheaper. And also no, do not assume that because you spent a lot of money on an official MP, you are getting money on your investment. You will not. They do not price well in the secondary market. They just don't. It doesn't mean they're bad figures. It just means there's just so many of them made. There's no demand. I think
some kind of hold their value, but a lot of them, like, especially once like a version 2 comes out, forget about it, you know, like, so.
Yeah. I think that's probably didn't really answer his question. I think we kind of decided what he needed to hear.
Yeah.
You know,
there you go, Joe. You've been taken care of.
You've been shattered.
You know who else needs to get shattered?
And we lost the listener.
He's like, joke's on you. I'm not going to listen.
Yeah, I quit. I'm done.
It's not that I'm not going to listen to your advice. I'm just not going to listen to your show. Oh, we have questions for Sencho?
We could do 2 of them, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
No, there's like 50. Jesus.
We'll knock them all out tonight.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Dear Sencho, or is it Sancho? In your many travels,
this is not 311. Come on.
Have you ever encountered the so-called most interesting man in the world, featured so heavily in Ghost Eki's advertising? If so, which of you is the original of the similar archetype you both share? Did you fight it out? Who won? Who retains the copyright to said similar material? Asking for a friend. Just one of the many people who doesn't listen anymore. The Dinosaur Kid. Dinosaur Phil.
Hi, Phil, my friend. It has been so long since we last spoke. When I met you, I was climbing out of the window where your wife was asleep. Sancho has just did what he does best, pleasure the woman. The most interesting man in the world. His real name is Ronald, and he is my father. Sancho was forced to stab him maliciously several times and throw him in a pit of the forgetfulness. That's where a lot of other cartoon series die, like, you know, that guy who turns into a car when he gets really hot or some shit like that. He's in there. He's burning forever because no one cares. No one. Next question.
Well, we actually have 2 questions kind of ask the same question. JL asks, do you wear your mask over your mouth or over your gills? But then Calum T said, Dear Sencho, in your many adventures in love and keen sense of female anatomy, how does a robotic shark wear a mask in public? Or is it over your mouth or lower on the neck, covering the manly gills to prevent the spread of airborne pathogens? You are a robotic shark, right? Not sure. Don't listen anymore. Can't wait to hear your explanation.
What a dick.
Oh, Calum.
Dear Calum, fuck you. Next question.
Want another one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, these motherfuckers are going to make me make a cartoon. They keep fucking talking shit like this. I love it.
Okay. This is from Shay J. Sancho, do you ever use supplements in your lovemaking? If so, what do you recommend? P.S. I still listen.
Oh, Seige, you are a good friend. Unlike Calum, who can go fuck a rooster, pendejo. Allow me to answer you with some of the supplements that Sancho uses. But first, you must understand the art of making love is not easily mastered. So let us understand, when it comes to making love, Sancho sometimes uses up all night. You can pick him up at your local gas station, right next to the Stacker 2s and the CBD gummies. They help Sancho out so much. Or sometimes I just look at the girl, I look at the lovely young lady I'm about to bed, and I said, Maria, I mean a young lady, do you want to cry yourself to sleep, or do you want to moan yourself to sleep? And she tells me, well, I drive a Dodge, so I'd rather moan myself to sleep. I go, I see, Maria. I mean, young girl, I will take care of you. And then I make love all night long.
Want another one?
Yeah, let's do one more. That'll do it.
Okay. Dear Sencho, when someone buys you a Power of the Prime's Evolution Rotomus, how do you handle your hurt feelings? Do you lock them deep down and become a brooding monster of the deep, or let them all loose in a mad shark frenzy? Paul A.
Paul, that is a good question. As you heard recently in the Sancho audio drama with Maria, she did the same thing. So I did what was best for her and for Sancho. I took to Twitter and Facebook and announced us breaking up. Then I blocked her so she cannot comment on the post. Then I blocked her friends and family so they cannot comment on the post.
Screen cap.
And then I put purposely sad emoji faces to her as if I am in pain. It is not because I am no longer in love, but because I look at that evolution, power of the primes, Rodimus Prime, and I go, ¿Por qué, Maria? ¿Por qué?
I was having a lot of fun.
That Thank you, Sancho. That was very good.
That was a good time.
That's it, guys. That's all, fellas.
I think that was worth it.
That was worth it.
If you didn't get your entertainment out of that, then get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could just stop listening.
Yeah. Probably already did.
You could check out our friends over at the Realm of Collectors. Especially check out Eddie Dustmite's Bandcamp.
Who's that?
Profile Eddie Dustmite. You don't know him? He does He has an amazing album called Beers and Boats.
He doesn't.
Beer on a Boat. It's fucking fantastic.
Why are we shouting him out? He doesn't listen.
Actually, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I don't want to go according. He does. He's a handsome devil.
Eddie.
And very talented.
When I see you in NJCC, I want you to come up to me and say, "I don't listen." It's proof that you listen.
He's not going to say it.
He'll probably hug you.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Check out our friends at Realm of Collectors. Also, make sure you check out Toy Detox whenever they let out a new episode, whenever there's a full moon.
They release episodes like Fans Toys finishes a figure.
Oh, God. I can't do it anymore.
Check us out on Facebook.com/Shatteredcast Uncut. Check out, of course, the professor himself, T2RX6, on his YouTube channel. As he's going through the.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, you won't be, because he's doing that Eagle Moss Ecto 1. I can't wait for the fun stuff to start to get built. Because, man, they milked that frame like it was no one's business.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get tires yet for it or no?
Yeah, we have 2 tires.
Okay, well, we need 2 more.
I'll take a picture for you, Oscar, so you can see what's coming soon. So.
Okay, cool.
Why'd the hey Oscar? Why'd the bicycle fall over?
Why?
Because it was too tired.
Oh.
Well, I quit. I am done. I stopped listening.
And he edits the show, people. You know what? I'm gonna do the outro like this Florida Highway Patrol press guy. You ready?
Okay, ready? Go.
All right. We ask that you please collect responsibly, for the sake of promise. Be good to yourselves and each other. On behalf of me and the other members of the Florida State Highway Patrol, we want you to know that you've been shattered, and to please shut the expletive up, Chip. No more questions.
No more questions.
No more questions.